welcome to today's video. I've got a very special guest today who you've never seen on my channel before. This is Saylor, and he is a lettering animator, right?
That's exactly right.
He is also making YouTube videos as well, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and we're going to do a video over on his channel as well. What's it actually going to be about? We haven't talked about that yet.
Something awesome.
Okay, cool. So I'll leave a link to that down below and on a card. You can go check that out. But right now in this video, I want to talk about my new intro animation. I don't know if you noticed it already because I haven't put out a new video with it yet at the time of recording this, but Austin is the guy who animated it and he's made it look awesome, so much better than the old one. So I figured that I was probably going to get a lot of questions about it, so might as well bring on the expert to tell me how he did it. What's the first thing you do when you get a piece of lettering and then you have to animate it? What happens?
Yeah. On a very technical level, the first thing I do is separate all of the letters into separate layers.
Yeah, that makes sense. So then you can like play with them individually, right?
Yep. Anything that animates separately on its own has to have its own layer. When I transitioned into animating, I was like, man, everything has to be so broken out down to the minute detail. It's crazy. So that's the first step. The second step is a little bit more conceptual. First of all, I have to know like the goals of the animation. Am I trying to project something professional or fun or something for kids, something for lawyers?
And that will usually come from the client, right?
Yeah. All that stuff comes from the client. I assign like different characteristics to the letters. So for yours, I was going for something fun and exciting, something to match the energy of your brand.
Ooh.
Those words helped inform what kind of physical characteristics I gave the letters. So bouncy was a physical characteristic that represents this fun energy. And so I gave each letter in my mind, like it's going to be like bouncy and loopy and give just like that kind of energy that I wanted.
Yeah, that's cool. So how did you get into lettering animation?
The short story.
Yeah, short story.
There's always long stories to things, but I started my career as a graphic designer, started getting more interested in doing lettering, not lettering animation, just lettering, hand lettering stuff. Didn't really dedicate myself to it, ended up kind of switching out of that into animation in general, and then realized like, oh, I can apply what I've learned in animation to these hand lettering pieces.
So you've sort of like joined the two.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. Two of my loves have kind of converged into this very specific type of animation.
So if people are wanting to get into lettering animation or, get started with animation, because it's something that I dabbled with in university and really enjoyed. My old intro that you would have seen on all of my past videos was done by me, but when I wanted to build something that's a bit more professional, that's when I brought in Austin. So where can people go to learn about how to do that?
Yeah. If you are already somewhat familiar with After Effects, I have a lettering animation guide at letteringanimation.com, and I teach you some basic techniques, how to do write-on effects, how to do reveals, probably 6 or 7 different techniques that you can combine to make some really cool lettering animation.
I definitely need to check that out.
If you're not super familiar with After Effects, you can go to lynda.com. There's lots of great intro to After Effects tutorials and ways to learn all the ins and outs of that particular Adobe product.
Well, thank you for sharing a bit about your process. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it, and I hope that answers all the questions you might have about that new intro that I've got. But if you've got any more, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Maybe you can pop in and answer some if there's some that are relevant.
I will definitely go in and answer those questions.
Awesome. What do you do on YouTube? Tell the people why they should check out your channel.
Hey. All right, here you go. Go to austinsaylor.com/YouTube and it will redirect you to my YouTube page.
Nice. And what do you make videos about?
I make videos about my freelance experience. I make videos about lettering animation, and I'm definitely going to be creating a lot more going forward.
Cool.
Charlie's really inspired me to get back on YouTube again.
Thank you for being on my channel, Austin.
Thanks
Give
for
this
having
video
me.
a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to us both if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.